Everyone. Alright, I got a sick little replay here for you. It's kind of a cheeky replay. So if you look right there, I played this guy from All-Star Korea Alliance back to back. I lost the first one and won the second one. I had beat this guy and released a video earlier today. He changed up his deck a little bit in these two matches, but I had the gist of his deck both games. I won't talk about the one I lost. He just applied a lot of pressure, and I couldn't quite remember what he played, so I played it a bit more cautious than I should have, and I just simply ran out of time. But all right, here we go. Just gonna jump right into it. All right, it is a challenge battle. I'm gonna show it you from my perspective. High level units. Alright, since I know what he's playing, I'm not going to open rifles or militants. I'm going to go straight into my air tower and open laser drones. Not to rush his harvester, but I know he's going to build dogs. There's the dogs. He's not going to stay and fight them. And I suspect he has missile troopers or pit bulls. So we'll see if he tech switches or not. I'm sorry, he won't tech switch because he's already in his world factory. Okay, there's the pit bull. So right now I'm thinking he doesn't have missiles. So I'm happy to hold two pads and then try to create a double team on this pit bull. So we're both kind of playing chicken here. All right, he commits a little bit. Once I move that laser drone to the top of that pad, I've committed. All right, so I'm not going to fall back. I'm going to push forwards like I did there and try to get this missile. All right, now since I'm air blocking, as it's known, he has to drive under the laser drones. Now that's not a big deal for a pit bull because it has radar, but it is just a note for later in the game. All right, you can't. Obviously, if you're blocking, he's got to drive all the way underneath it. All right, there we go. I get the first missile, which is really good for this deck because I know this guy plays Sandstorm. Okay. I saw his other harvester go out, so it's I don't have that much time before Sandstorm's coming, okay? So right now I can almost for artillery, there it is. I don't want to move it up yet. I want to get at least one shot on this pit bull, and this venom is now useless, so I'm just going to suicide it to the pit bulls. Alright, I get one, contest the pad, there's the Sandstorm. I need to kill this pit bull first. Now I need to block. Okay, I only have air units, so I moved two like that. So do you see that the Sandstorm had to stop? He could have moved underneath it, but he would have had to move all the way. Alright, now another Sandstorm should be incoming. That's just how this works. It's his only chance to win. His deck is absolutely so weak to laser drones because he doesn't have missiles. The only thing he can fight them with is Sandstorms and pit bulls. Right there, cheeky win. Alright, that's not that great, alright? I'm not saying I'm a super good player because I beat him like that. I knew his deck, alright? At least I knew it down to the fact that I knew it was either missile troopers or something else, okay? He just happened to have jump jets, so look at his deck right there. Laser drones beat almost everything in that deck. Now, obviously, you got a double team pit bulls with laser drones, but still, I didn't build any infantry, so his snipers were useless. His dogs are next to useless, other than just placeholders, because my laser drones tear through them. His jump jets kill nothing, other than my harvester, so the top three right there are pointless. The pit bull is terrible against laser drones. It's not efficient because if you double team it, two laser drones beat it. So that's 40 to 40, and you'll have two laser drones left over per squad. No. If you'll have one complete laser drone left over from a double team and a 15 pit bull. Predator tank, useless. All right, it's slow and laser drones tear through it. And then Sandstorm. Yes, really shreds laser drones, but artillery beats it. All right, so just thought I'd show you that. And like what I'm trying to highlight here is not my gameplay because I simply knew his deck. Therefore, I played accordingly and really was, as I was playing that match, I knew I had won basically when I started. Once I was for sure of his deck. So, I mean, it was a super low stress game, but what I'm trying to highlight here is how you don't ever want giant holes or gaps in your deck. Okay, you want to be able to deal with everything. Obviously, an aggro deck is not going to stand up to a mammoth tank. But the point of an aggro deck is to win before that happens, before a mammoth gets out. So a mammoth tank's not really a gap in an aggro deck unless you fail to close the game out. Then that's just either you got beat by levels. No, let's just say you're on even levels. That's just bad play on your part if you let a mammoth get out. But here, that deck is just so incredibly weak to laser drones. The jump jet troopers are really the problem with that deck. Had those been missiles, I would have been in serious trouble, and the game would not have been that easy because he would have just rolled out snipers and missiles and really, really given me some trouble. All right, so that's what I was trying to highlight there is, and I'm not like trying to cut this dude down like, oh, it's a stupid deck. I went 0-4 when I started playing in MSV. Like, I don't know what he's doing with this deck. He's obviously, I mean, he's got high levels. He doesn't have a capped deck, but he has high levels, and he's ranked 21st. All right, so he's not horrible, but I have to disagree with his deck choice there. And when I beat him earlier and showed that video, I don't have it anymore unless I've saved it in favorites. I did. There it is. Okay, so he was playing the exact same deck. I'm sorry, I apologize. I swear he was playing missiles, okay? So both times I beat him, he had the exact same deck. Yeah, missiles would make that deck so much better. I don't know why he has jump jets in there because he has a tank and a pit bull. So jump jets are really not, useless basically. I mean, they're absolutely useless in that deck. When I say useless, I just mean they're overkill. So anything the jump jets are gonna do, the tank will do. So pick one or the other. You don't need both of those in the same deck. Without missiles, like let's say you didn't have the dogs, so you had missiles, snipers, jump jets, and then those bottom three. That would be better than what he has. I don't like that deck any more than I like the one he's playing, but it is what it is. Like, I would put missiles in that deck, and then missiles instead of the jump jets. But if you wanted the jump jets, I would put missiles instead of the tank. Yeah, and use like a much more aggro style splash deck because, I mean, not quite typical aggro because those, a lot of those units are expensive. The snipers are 50, the jump jets are 40. But still, you would be a lot more mobile without the tank if you use missiles instead of the tank. But that's it for that video. Thanks for watching. If you like these, I don't have any sort of like following or group base that I'm making these for. I'm just kind of experimenting with making some content, so doing it really low budget. So I'm sorry that I sound like I'm in a washing machine, but if you like the video, if you like the explanations, if you think I need to detail the explanations more, please leave me a comment, and I will respond and